Well, earlier in the show, we showed you a classic car up for auction next weekend in Greensboro that may bring in $1 million. Now, that's out of your price range, like it is me probably, but how about this then? Some crazy collectibles up for auction. We're talking about everything from a Shoney's Big Boy sign, actual sign, to old-fashioned gas pumps. Johnny Ransom with the GAA Classic Cars took us on a tour. All right, Johnny Ransom with us today from GAA Classic Cars. And I mean, so usually I come over here and you might have a few neon signs, maybe a gas pump or two for memorabilia, but I've never seen this much.
Oh, no, and real. And I can't stress to you, original, real, neons, gas pumps, porcelain signs.
So there's lots of replicas out there, but all of this is original and real.
This is a guy I've been collecting this stuff for 47 years. This is his personal collection. So we got close to 400 pieces. We've never had this amount of memorabilia that we sold at one time ever, and the quality. The quality is just, it'll blow you away.
I mean, like that gas pump, right? That's the real deal.
That's the real deal,
right?
yeah.
I love, because we were looking down here just a little while ago, and I mean, you're seeing everything from candy dispensers to, I even saw a Shoney's Big Boys sign. And,
Yeah.
and then what I really like is up here, you and I were looking, there's what is this Orange Crush and Kodak camera thing?
Oh, absolutely, Orange Crush, and today, in the 50s, 30s, 40s, 50s, Orange Crush was one of the big things. Grape Neheim's Orange Crush. So you see a lot of original stuff from the frosty drinks.
So I look at some of this and I go, okay, well, $200, and you're like, no.
No.
Like
No.
some of this stuff will go for what? Individual items?
Some of this stuff's going to go $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. I mean, this is some of the real stuff, especially the neons.
So, I mean, this whole collection is hundreds of thousands of
Oh,
dollars.
absolutely, absolutely. And we got people coming from all over the United States that's already pre-registered that they're coming just for this. Well, of course, we got 800 cars.
Right.
But I mean, which we always have great cars, but this is going to put the icing on the cake for us here.
This is great. Thanks for letting us in, man.
Yeah,
This
well,
is cool
appreciate it,
stuff,
Will.
cool stuff. So that stuff interests me as much as the car. I mean, I love the cars.
Yeah.
But every time I go to this thing, I always check out the memorabilia table. One year they had a pedal car from like 1938.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it looked brand new. And so you imagine the little kids that rode that in the 1930s. I just love that stuff.
I like the little it looked like a mask or something. It was the first thing. I don't know, it looked like
Was it the Mr.
Mr.
Peanut
Potato.
thing? Mr.
It looked like a
Peanut.
potato.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was a
it's
peanut.
That was the Planter's Peanut guy, but it was not a mask. It was a full-on costume that you can put on and put your arms through.
It looked
Maybe
so
you should-
small from the
No,
video.
it was like probably this big. It was pretty big.
Oh my
Bet on that one,
goodness.
Sydney. Go ahead and put your money
Yeah.
on that.
I know, right?
Well,
I'll
and you
never
think
forget.
you look at that and you think like, oh, a couple $100. No,
Yeah.
some of those things go for tens of thousands.
I will never forget a story that I did one time with an antique collector, and of course this was on the coast, but just a lot of people who do connect things like that, they have such a bond and relationship
Passion,
with
yeah.
those items, so you could only imagine this is for charity, correct? You could,
No, that's actually
That
for
one's not.
profit. Yeah,
Okay.
just the car was for charity.
Okay, but that they have a hard time letting them go, you know,
Yes.
because they find these things, and a lot of times, like the guy I had interviewed way back, he had found some people find them in storage units, where they'll buy
Yep.
the unit and then you buy all these neat things. But I
Oh,
think the
wow.
cash registers, just looking at how, just over time, things have transpired. And
All
so
of that,
different.
400 items, and it's one guy that's been collecting for 42 years.
One, just one. All
One
it takes
guy.
is one.
Yep.
Do y'all have anything that y'all collect or
I
anything
do.
like that?
What do
I
you
collect old metal lunchboxes.
Do you really?
Yep, I started that, Lord, 20-something years ago.
Where do you store 'em?
And I probably have, my wife is like, there's no
Yeah, where
store.
do you store those?
Just a big box that I have them all individually wrapped. I'm not displaying them right now, but
Oh.
I have about 35 of them. And
Oh, nice.
Some of them are ones that when I was a kid, I loved buying the lunchbox for the school year. That was
Yeah,
a big deal to
it's a
me.
fun
So
thing.
I tried to find a long time ago just the ones like on eBay that were ones I had,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just kept going.
Going and going.
Well, I was one of those kids that just forgot my lunchbox all the time. So if only I would have known Eric about 10
I had
years
extras.
ago.
I
Yes.
forget my lunch sometimes when I'm coming to work.
But
can
what
bring
if
And it's
I-
the
one.
worst thing ever because I don't have time to go back.
We should
Yeah.
bring my old metal lunchboxes in and eat
And
our
so-
lunches out of
and
them.
That'd
one
be
day.
fun.
Do you collect anything?
I really want to. I want to get a china cabinet when I get a bigger house, and I want to start collecting teacups because I think
that's cool.
it is so
I can
fun.
picture you doing that.
Yep.
I've always always liked tiny things, but I didn't go to any of these fancy antique places. I had to go to the flea market.
That's
and
right.
I found little tiny things, little knickknacks. I just love to keep them around and display them on a shelf or something.
Collect something? The only thing that I really collected are pennies and like coins and quarters and stuff. And so I do have a piggy bank, and it's a glass piggy bank that I've had since I was a little girl, and I've never. It just sits in. I take it everywhere with me in terms of when I move and stuff. So it's just sitting in my. Could you imagine
She
taking
takes it to the store. Come on,
because
Piggy.
that would be kind of weird,
emotional
but
support.
it's sitting right there where my little coffee station is, and I just love her. She has no name. She
And
just
Sydney,
sits there.
so in desperate times, would you ever crack it?
I would never crack
No,
it.
no.
All right.
No. Or would I? I don't know.
It depends how the
Depends on
economy
how bad
gets.
things
That
are.
inflation, I don't know. We'll be right back.
Poor little piggy.